There is nothing like going to a place that you're getting paid knowing that you're gonna have the time of your life. There's nothing like it. I know that when I come to work, it's going to be fun. I could run back-to-back calls all day long, and I'm a human being. I'm gonna get tired, I'll get frustrated. But at the end of the day, my friends that I have here in the station that I work with and I work for make it 100%. This is not a job to me, this is a passion.
This corridor through here, the Bonsack corridor, it's really kind of a gateway, and it's a gateway to a lot of areas. It's a gateway from Bedford County, Botetourt County. If you look at the growth up and down through here, this area is growing tremendously. Through demand, it was identified that Roanoke County needed a station in the Bonsack area, so that's what kind of spurred the idea and got it going to get us here today.
Fire Station 12 is a fantastic place to work. It's in a very good location as far as response times for us to be able to get to places quickly in Bonsack as well as Vinton if we need to back them up.
So response times have dropped by over 50%. So prior to building this station, most of the calls in this area were answered by Vinton, the town of Vinton Fire and Rescue Department. Since we've built this station, actually looking at comparable calls, and what I mean by that is actually using the exact same addresses, we went from an average response time of over 8 minutes to about 4 minutes. So it dropped it in half by having a station right here in the middle of where the majority of the calls were and where they were dispatched to.
So every morning we grab our gear. It's the first thing we do when we walk in the station. And we'll take it out and try to put it where we're gonna be for the day.
Starting our morning checks here. I'm gonna check my battery levels, extra IV supplies in our trauma compartments. My start kit, I got a bag of fluids in here. I like to be prepared to go out the door pretty much as soon as I get dressed and shave my face and get ready for the day.
The average day here, we'd get here in the mornings, we do our truck checkoffs. That takes about an hour of our time. So we have breakfast training, that goes until about a little after lunch. After there, usually the day slows down a little bit.
It's a fire home, not necessarily a firehouse. You know, we come in, we get dressed, say hi to our buddies, we make our meals, we train, exercise in the gym or wherever. We run our calls. We come back and we always debrief. Most of the time we come back from a call, we'll talk about how it went, you know, what we could have done differently, what we could have done better, and really just, you know, spending time with each other and learning from each other. We all bring something very unique to this table, you know, when we sit down and join each other.
So this is really a station, a lot of our stations in the past were kind of built wherever land was given to them. So this was really the first station we had. We got to look for the land, find the land. This was really a collaboration of a lot of our people who work in the field. You know, we went to those folks and we said, what do y'all want in a station? And we told them, we said, nothing's off the table. We wanted what we call an operational, functional station. You know, our job is to get to calls quickly. So we wanted everything to be based on how quickly can you get to the truck when you get a call.
It really is not too big and it's not too small. Everything's on one level. I like being able to go out my bunk room and straight to the truck in the middle of the night.
So that's how this design came to be. It's what's called a split bay design. So sitting here in the bays, most of our stations, the bays are kind of the end of the building and then you have everything else. Well, here you have part of the station on one side of the bays and the other part on the other side. So no matter where you're at in this building, pretty much every room goes into the bays. So as soon as you get a call, it's a very short walk to get on the trucks and respond.
The way the station was designed is we have a dirty side and a clean side. Just that thought process alone and separating it enough as it is really helpful. It's kind of fail-proof if you ask me. I mean, all of our dirty stuff is over there and all of our clean stuff is over here. Makes it very simple.
So this room really opens up to what a lot of fire stations would tell you is kind of the heart and soul of a fire station, which is kind of their day room, kitchen area. And you can imagine at this station we have a minimum of 5 people here a day, 3 shifts.
We're able to kind of make the station our own, being some of the first crews that are in the building. The chalkboard's kind of a firehouse tradition. Our previous lieutenant he acquired a very large chalkboard that we actually cut in half for this one. And I had the unique opportunity of actually building the frame and all that good stuff. You know, we got the county logo, the union logo, and of course the station logo here.
A lot of our stations, they like to build their own tables. They take a lot of pride in the department and where they work. So a lot of our stations have come up kind of with an emblem. So after this station was built, you know, being built in Roanoke City, kind of the idea of the Great 611 ties to the railroad in Roanoke City days.
Yeah, this
Go show them your locker. I think it's hilarious.
Don't put it on camera. This is my messy locker.
This is part of our station alerting. This is the only station that we have that has this. Before you go to bed at night, you can come in here and put whatever your assignment is based on your bunk room. So for instance, if the ambulance only gets a call, if I'm assigned to the fire truck, I don't hear that. It doesn't disrupt your sleep patterns. So it only goes off for the truck that you assign yourself to. As you can see, these beds are actually made by some of our personnel. We've started doing this at a lot of our stations. The great thing about this is, number one, they're made by our folks, but from a budgetary standpoint, just to buy the materials and have them build them is much, much more efficient than buying commercial beds. And the other thing is the way firefighters build things, these things are bolted together and screwed together in a way that they won't fall apart, they don't break, and they'll be here for many, many, many years. So now we're in our bays. This is where the fire trucks are. Couple neat things about this, the heated floors that we have here. This was a new concept for our fire stations. We had never done heating in the floor, so that's where all the heating system comes from. We did the ceiling fans out here. We'd never put ceiling fans in a bay, but just to help move exhaust fluid and air. This station does have an exhaust removal system in it, so when they start the trucks and the doors go up, there's actually an exhaust removal system, which is part of that up there, to help get the diesel exhaust out of the bays. So this is coming into our PPE storage room. So what this is all the firefighter gear of everybody who works here. It's in a completely separate room all by itself. One of the nice features about this room is we do have a complete ventilation system in here for off-gassing. Attached to that gear room is also where they can wash their gear. So this is a gear washing machine. It's made especially for firefighter gear, the PPE. It's called an extractor. So it's made to extract all the carcinogens and particulates that they may encounter during the day. This is our fitness room. We wanted to be in shape, be able to have our folks be physically ready to do their jobs. So we did put in a separate fitness room in this station. As you can see, it's a nice big room, a lot of equipment that was purchased for this station. One thing that was discussed in our work group who helped design a lot of this was the roll-up door. So this roll-up door enables them just to hit a button. They're able to take a lot of this equipment outside. You know, this job is physically demanding. So we want our people to be physically ready. And you know, a lot of times that goes with being mentally ready as well. When we designed the station, there was talks of solar through some Board of Supervisors members. So we did, when we built the station, everything was put in place to add solar to it. So as far as all the conduit, all the electrical work that was needed, it was all part of the initial building phase. So once we were in here to go back and add the solar panels, there was really what I would call a plug and play system. All they had to do was put the panels down and plug them up because everything was already in place. We're very proud of this. You know, a lot of thought went into this, and I can't give our folks in the field enough credit. The people that we had who had ideas, who had thoughts, nothing was off the table. We entertained everything. And just so many great ideas of little things we didn't think about that they did, that were incorporated into this design that really led us to what the end product is. So I think we have a good design, a good concept that can be used for years to come.
It means a lot, you know, when the community or the investment gets put into fire and rescue, really helps us. It helps us get the gear we need to protect ourselves, not only ourselves, but the citizens of the county. When we respond to any types of calls, and make sure we have what's necessary, including the training that we all get here as well.
It's phenomenal. I mean, it is really nice to know that your employer cares enough to spend the amount of money that they do on the things that help us be better at our jobs. The amount that they put towards not just our buildings and our equipment, but to us personally. All of the things that they do for us, you know, day in and day out it's wonderful, you know.
Well, it shows what the county wants to do for the citizens and the businesses. You know, public safety is a priority. They say that, they don't just say it, they do it. You know, this was a large investment by the county, and not just a financial investment, but the investment to work with Roanoke City and to work with a private entity and a church to reach out to make this happen. It shows that they don't just talk about public safety, that they actually do it, that they put the finances behind it. And it's not just building a building. We had to, you know, buy a new fire truck. We had to buy a new ambulance. We had to hire 18 people to staff this. So it's a large investment, but it's an investment in the community and in Roanoke County.